From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farm.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page back with you here for game number 2 of our doubleheader this evening between the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs and the Wilson Tobs. As despite a 3-run rally in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Tobs would fall short 6-5 and see their record fall to 9-10 now in the midst of a 5-game losing streak. And for Fayetteville, they win their 2nd in a row, and they improve to 9-10 as we get set here for game number 2. Give you a look here at the starting lineup for the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs. Leading things off in right fielder, number 2, Brent Young. Batting 2nd at shortstop, it's number 20, Matt Kelly. Batting 3rd at first base, number 28, Logan Jarvis. Batting 4th in left field, number 17, Joey Weimer. Batting 5th, it's the catcher, number 15, as it's Nick Monastri. Batting 6th, the second baseman, number 6, Trent Franson. Batting 7th, the third baseman, number 19, Tyler Shuck. Batting 8th, it'll be the designated hitter, number 4, Devon Martin. And batting 9th, the center fielder, number 1, Willis McDaniel. As the starting pitcher tonight for Fayetteville will be number 18, Jacob Bryan. And we'll give you a look defensively for the Tobs here in game number 2, how they'll line up. In the outfield, getting the start in left field, Caleb Dean. Brenton Doyle starts in center. Carson Freeman starts in right. Through the infield, Drew Brooks will get the start at third. Jacob Nestor is at short. Kevin McGowan is at second. Ben Fazo is at first. And doing the catching will be Jacob Sharon. And the starting pitcher here for game number 2 for the Tobs will be number 17, as will be Chris Kernan. And for Kernan, out of North Carolina Central, a junior from Greensboro, North Carolina. Taking a look here at his numbers on the year for Kernan, as he comes in to this one with a 0.75 ERA, a 2-0 record, as this is his 3rd start of the summer. As he does have a complete game, also a shutout, tossed 12 innings, has given up 1 run off 6 hits, struck out 14, and has walked 3. In his last outing, it wasn't a doubleheader, and he tossed a complete game, a shutout, and a victory against Martinsville here at Historic Fleming Stadium, looking to try to replicate that here in a big way for the Tobs. As our first pitch will be delivered at 8:46, as it'll be a ball up and away. So after our first game took 2+ hours, see what beholds us here in game number 2. There's the 1-0. That one will drop in there for a call strike. Our umpires here for game number 2, the same that we had in game number 1, Caleb W.A. and Danielle Glidewell. The catcher Sharon will go through the signs. And that one drops in there for strike 2. And then looking back quickly was Young. Wasn't all that happy with the call. Brett Young in the first game went 1 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. Watches this one well over into the left-handed batter's box. So in the leadoff spot for a 2nd consecutive game. Kernan trying to snap the Tobs 5-game losing streak. There's the 2-2 pitch, and that just misses, and Sharon held it there just in case the umpire wanted to have his mind swayed, but he wouldn't make the call. So the count is full here to the leadoff batter, 3-2. Shortstop Matt Kelly in the index circle. Here's the offering, and that one, I believe, caught the home plate umpire. And so I think it missed the batter completely. I think it got just the home plate umpire. And so heading down to first will be Young, as the training staff for the Tobs will have a look here at the home plate umpire. So it'll be a leadoff base runner. And that will bring up the shortstop, Matt Kelly. As it looks like he might have caught the left wrist hand area of the home plate umpire. Matt Kelly in game number 1 hit in the number 3 spot of the lineup. Went 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. So he moves up here to the 2nd spot. As they look at that left hand. Give you a look here at the Coastal Plain They Got It Down scoreboard. Early, obviously, gave you the final of the Forest City High Point Thomasville game. Owls 7-3 winners against the High Toms. A final in 10 innings as Peninsula scores 4 in the top of the 10th to defeat Holly Springs. So with the win, Peninsula now 13-6 here in the first half, and they have won 2 in a row after picking up a win last night against the Tobs. So for Wilson right now, they are 9-10. Edenton in the bottom of the 9th inning is in trouble of losing game number 1, that completion game. They are down 19-4 going to the bottom of the 9th inning of the game that was picked up in the 2nd inning. And they still have another one to play. So if the Steamers lose there, they will drop to 8-11. And I said earlier, Martinsville is idle, so they hold at 9-12. So a big game here for the Tobs. The first one was big, but this one even more so, looking to try to snap the losing streak. So it looks like we're good to go as we're ready to play here. Home plate umpire back. And stepping in with the runner first will be Matt Kelly. Young will lead off first. Here's the first pitch, and that'll be a called strike. And it looks like the umpire here will come out and have a chat with Chris Kernan. And so he continues to kind of talk here with the umpire in the field. And so now Kernan is good to go. Might have had to clean this cleat out there a little bit. But the good part is the count is 0-1. Leading off first is Young. And Kernan sends, delivers. That one swung on, hit to left field. That'll be a single. And so Matt Kelly has the first hit of game number 2 here for the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs as they'll get the baseball back in. And setting down to second is Brett Young. So a single following the walk. And that'll bring up Logan Jarvis, who wears number 28. We did not see him in game number 1 for the Swamp Dogs. Logan Jarvis wears jersey number 28 from Belmont out of Franklin, Tennessee. A sophomore. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. Jarvis awaiting the first pitch. And he shows bunt, but he misses it, and it'll be a strike. And for Jarvis from the plate, he has a .275 batting average as he is 11 for 40. 3 runs scored, a double, 5 RBIs, has struck out 12 times, walked 7. It's first and second, nobody out here in game number 2. Kernan will take a look back to second. Still holding now, delivers home. A bunt laid down here. It's going to be a tough play for Brooks. Can he make the throw? It's over the first baseman's head. The runner is going to come home and will score as McGowan couldn't pick it up. So Brooks threw it over the head of Fazo at first. And so that will give Young the option to score from second. So Matt Kelly will go all the way over to third. So it'll be an RBI for Jarvis. And so Jarvis gives the Swamp Dogs a 1-0 lead. And as a strike is called here to start off the at-bat to Joey Weimer. So for Weimer in game number 1, batting in the number 4 spot, he went 1 for 2 with a pair of runs scored, worked 2 walks, also struck out once. As there's a toss over to first. So a quick 1-0 lead off a pair of hits here in the top of the first inning, game number 2 for Fayetteville. Kernan's offering here, swung on, skied in the air. Foul territory, Fazo tracking the down, and he'll make the catch. And there are one away. So that'll bring up the catcher here in game number 2, as it'll be Nate Monastra, number 15. Monastra in game number 1 was the designated hitter. He went 1 for 3 with a run scored and a strikeout. Bats here with runners on the corners, one away. An early 1-0 lead for the Swamp Dogs. And the first pitch will be in there for a called strike. Long looking here for Chris Kernan, trying to work around the one run that was scored. Stop it at that. Look over the shoulder by Kernan. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on, fouled out of play, first base side. Trent Franson, the second baseman here in game number 2 in the on-deck circle. We did not see him in game number 1. As Franson wears jersey number 6, a sophomore out of Houston Baptist. From Houston, Texas. 5'10", 190 pounds. There's the 0-2 pitch on its way from Kernan. Swung on, chopped foul down the third baseline. Kernan now here will take a look over the runner. First that is Jarvis. Getting that single and then the run scoring on the air. Here's the offering runner goes, but the pitch fouled off first base side. So a good battle going here between Chris Kernan and Nate Monastra in game number 2. So that score in game number 1 of the suspended game between Morehead City and Edenton has went final. Morehead City records 19 runs in that one. As with the win, they are now 16-3, and they are 9-1 in their last 10 games. Hopefully they can find a way to continue that momentum from the first half to the second half. Here's the 0-2 again. Swung out and missed, strike 3. And for Sharon, he'll just let the runner go down to second as he makes sure he holds on it for out number 2. So Monastra strikeout swinging. Other scores again, final in 10 innings. Peninsula picks up their 13th win of the summer as they win 8-4 in 10 innings against Holly Springs. And then top of the 6th inning, Florence has taken a 3-1 lead against Savannah. So the last game to start tonight will be Morehead City and Edenton in game number 2. So with that loss, Edenton drops to 8-11. So that's Peninsula at 13-6. The Tobs right now 9-10. Edenton 8-11. Martinsville Idle at 9-12. So the count 0-1 here from Chris Kernan. He sets out the mound, pair of runners in scoring position. Here's the offering, and that will be in there for a called strike. Nice pitch from Kernan. So he starts off the count 0-1 here to Trent Franson. Did not play in game number 1. Franson on the season, batting .269, as he is 7 for 26, a pair of runs scored, 3 doubles, 6 RBIs. Pitch here is up in the zone, so the count will go to 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. I'll give you the starting lineup for the Tobs here in game number 2. Once we get a final here in this top of the first. Runner over at third is Kelly. Down at second is Jarvis. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Sky down the right field line. Carson Freeman giving it a look, but he won't be able to get there. And so we will keep the at-bat alive. Taking a look here at the radar, it looks like there might be some weather moving into the area. So there's some rain about a mile to the east of us here in Wilson. Hopefully that stays beyond the ballpark. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled. That'll go up on the top of the facade. And the count will hold. Here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Chris Kernan sets down the mound here. Another 2-2 pitch. Takes a quick peek back at second. The offering is swung at him for strike 3. So Chris Kernan responds with back-to-back Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeouts. After starting the inning with a walk and then a pair of singles and an error, then give the Swamp Dogs a quick 1-0 lead. As we will go to the bottom of the first inning. As the starting lineup here in game number 2 will look like this. Brenton Doyle leads things off. Drew Brooks bats second. Kevin McGowan bats in the 3 spot. Caleb Dean bats 4th. Hunter Coleman will bat 5th. Carson Freeman bats 6th. Jacob Sharon bats 7th. Ben Fazo will bat 8th. And Jacob Nestor will bat 9th. And they will face the starting pitcher, number 18, Jacob Ryan, for the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs. And for Ryan, he will be attending Barton College next year right here in Wilson, North Carolina. But this year, he pitched for George Mason. Maybe look at his numbers on the year. And for Ryan, this will be his 3rd start of the summer, as this will be his 6th appearance. He does have a 1-0 record, has tossed 15 innings, and has given up 14 hits, 12 runs, 7 of those earned, and has struck out 12 batters to 5 walks, as he has a 4.20 ERA, a 7.20 strikeout per 9 on the season. And he will face Doyle, Brooks, and McGowan, the top 3 in the Tobs order. And the final warm-up toss here will come from Ryan. And Brenton Doyle will step in and get things going. Doyle in game number 1 reached base once, but he went 0 for 3. As he had a ground out to 3rd, a ground out to 2nd, and then that liner to the first baseman Hayes in game number 1, leading off, bottom of the 7th. As walk came in the 3rd inning of the first game, so we'll see what we can do here at the bottom of the first inning. Tobs is trailing 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. Ryan's first pitch is going to miss low and away. Catcher, I'm not sure give the signs. The pitch, that one swung and a miss. That one a little bit closer to the plate there, but Doyle not able to make contact with it. Tobs will have a much-needed off day tomorrow. Try to regroup and get ready to make this final push here in the first half. Here's the 1-1. That's going to miss outside for a ball. Tobs then on the road Tuesday, as they are at Edenton. We'll have an off day on Wednesday and then travel to Martinsville on Thursday. Back home here on Friday night. Pitch now misses low away. Good take there by Doyle in the count 3-1. Drew Brooks in the next circle for the Tobs. Trailing by a run here early on. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's going to miss ball 4. So it'll be a leadoff walk. And Doyle will reach base. And it looks like now the home plate umpire coming out here, and he will ask the Tobs trainer to get something here. So that'll bring a temporary delay to the contest here. Is Jacob Ryan on the mound trying to figure out what's going on here. And it looks like the home plate umpire maybe got something in his eyes. So he's trying to clear that up. Hopefully that doesn't affect him behind the plate. So we're ready to go. So Drew Brooks will step in. Had a good start to game number 1 of the doubleheader as he picked up a single over the first baseman's head and down the right field line. Eventually stole second and then moved over to third, but that's where he would be stranded. Here's the first pitch. That one swung on. Head out to left center, but quickly over there, McDaniel. He'll make the catch. And that will be the first out of the inning. Brooks swinging on the first pitch. So that will bring up the second baseman, Kevin McGowan, who was the designated hitter in game number 1. As he went 0 for 3 with an RBI. Struck out to end the game in the bottom of the 7th. And as the Swamp Dogs would finish off their 6-5 win. That eventual game-winning run coming off of the RBI single in the 5th inning from Jay Hayes. Here's the pitch from the lefty Ryan. That'll be in there for a called strike to McGowan. Brenton Doyle leads over at first after his leadoff walk. See what type of lead and gauge he's able to get off of the left-hander. And now a throw over. As Doyle back in. So it was 1 run on 2 hits, an error, and a walk in the top of the first for Fayetteville here in game number 2. Here's the 0-1 offering. Runners going. It's swung on, and that'll be fouled over into the crowd. Third base side. So the count will be 0-2. Bottom of the 6th inning, Florence still holding on to their 3-1 lead against Savannah. Started, or close to start, at least marked against Morehead City and Edenton in game number 2. As they look to try to see if they can come back from that loss in game number 1 against the Marlins. Count 0-2 here. Jacob Ryan checks the runner at first. The pitch home is going to be up in the zone. It doesn't break down in. Take a look at that box score from the Morehead City-Edenton game. Morehead City opening it up. They scored 7 runs in the top of the 8th, and then they scored 4 in the top of the 9th. Scored those 19 runs on 14 hits. Saw the Steamers commit 5 errors. Pitch here is swung on by McGowan. Hit out to left. This is shallow willage. Drop! It does, and it gets by the left fielder. Doyle's going to try to go for third, but he has to stop at second. As I think head coach Brian Hill wanted to know why Doyle isn't standing at third on that play. So it looks like Doyle had initially went back and then got his momentum going. So he just went the assumption route that the left fielder, Weimer, was going to get to it. And then it had scooted just past Weimer, but it's going to be first and second for the Tobs with 1 out as McGowan picks up the single first hit of the game for the Tobs. As it'll be Caleb Dean, the left fielder, watches this one slow and away. Caleb Dean in the first game picked up a double and scored a run in the 3-run 6th off of the home run from Freeman. Also struck out and popped up. See what he can do here against the left-hander Ryan. The offering is outside, and the count now 2-0. So the count now 2-0. Dean working in a good spot here. Runners laid off first and second. The offering is inside, but it's going to be a called strike. Some late movement to that pitch from Jacob Ryan. For the Swamp Dogs in game number 1, they threw 3 pitchers out there. Hendricks got the start. He went 5 innings, picked up the win. Jared Lemke came in and recorded the 5-out save after Carter gave up the 3-run bomb. 2-1 offering now is going to be outside. The count 3-1. And Jacob Ryan in danger of walking a second batter of the inning. The catcher, Asher will go through the signs. He'll step off, and Ryan fixed the throw back to second. Nobody there covering. Out center field, McDaniel, he's shaded over towards left. But in right, Young, he's off the line. So there is room in right center. The 3-1 is going to be a called strike to Caleb Dean. So the count now full here, 3-2. So Jacob Ryan trying to record a big second out. We'll see what he does here. Gets some defensive signs from his second baseman, Franson. And here comes the payoff pitch, and it is outside, ball 4. And so that will be the second walk of the inning, and that will load the bases up for the Tobs with one out here in the bottom of the first inning. As that will move Britton Doyle over to third. McGowan will go down to second, and that will bring up Hunter Coleman. We did not see him in game number 1. For Hunter Coleman, he is out of Texas A&M from Midland, Texas, the sophomore. 6 foot, 220 pounds for Coleman on the season. Taking a look at this, will be his 4th game as he's hitting 100, 1 for 10 at the plate. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, still looking for the first RBI in the Tobs uniform. First pitch he sees here from Jacob Ryan, going to miss slow and away. Carson Freeman in the on-deck circle. So the count 1-0. Here's the offering, and that one is swung on, but fouled over top of Colin Brinkley. And the first base coach for the Tobs evens the count up. For Hunter Coleman, playing in his 4th game, is 0 for 3 against Peninsula. 0 for 4 against Edenton Steamers in his first game. Drives this one out to right field. Going over for is Young. On the warning track, he makes the catch. That will score a run. It will also move up all 3 runners. And that's going to be an RBI sacrifice fly for Hunter Coleman. As Hunter Coleman will pick up his first RBI as a Wilson Top. And he'll get some high fives from his teammates at the dugout. So nice at bat there. As that'll let the game up here in the bottom of the first inning. So that scores Doyle from third. McGowan and Dean advance. So Carson Freeman steps up. First pitch to him is inside. Almost caught him. Freeman in game number 1 in the number 5 spot was on base twice. He popped up to short, walked, stole base, and then delivered the 3-run home run over the wall and right in the 6th inning. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Ryan is swung on. Broken bat. Will this one drop? It will. They're going to send the runner around third. Now he's going to be held. Stopping was Dean. He really just didn't get enough break on it. But it is going to be an RBI single and a run powered by a green light. As Carson Freeman has his 4th RBI of the day between the 2 games. So nice day here for Carson Freeman, and the Tobs have a lead 2-1. So that'll bring up the catcher number 12, Jacob Sharon out of Louisiana Monroe. For Sharon on the season, he comes into this one batting 200 as he is 3 for 15 at the plate. A home run, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. And he hits this one right in the glove of the second baseman, Franson, as he tried to send that one into center, but he definitely didn't get cheated on the swing. So that will end it as the Tobs will leave a pair of runners on base, but they take a 2-1 lead. Thanks to back-to-back RBI hits and a sacrifice fly from Coleman and Freeman. As this sends this one to a timeout, you're listening and watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here at CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you. Sorry there for the technical difficulties. Back here, that one out. And the top of the second inning now, a laser down the third baseline. A no-doubter there for Javon Martin. That one goes all the way down to the wall. And that will be a double for Javon Martin. The inning started out with a comebacker to the first baseman, Ben Fayetteville, off the bat of Tyler Shuck. And so the out was recorded there, but Javon Martin was taking the glove off of the third baseman, Drew Brooks. And so that one went all the way and rattled down around the wall, and Dean eventually got it, but it is a double here with one out at the top of the second inning. So that'll bring up the center fielder, Willis McDaniel. We did not see him or Javon Martin in game number one. So the count here, ball and no strikes to Willis McDaniel. It'll be a righty-righty matchup. Kernan, a couple looks back to second, delivers home. That one swung on. Brooks going to let the runner back. His throw right on the target, as the runner will have to hold. So a good throw there from Drew Brooks. That'll go down 5-3. Back to the top of the order now for Brent Young. Started the game with a walk, then eventually came around to score on the single from Jarvis and then the error by Brooks. Young ready to go. Now 2 outs in the inning with a runner, Martin at second. Cheer misses low and away. Nice job there by Sharon, scooped it up. Sharon will go through the signs. Kernan sets on the mound. Look back to second. And delivers. And this one misses outside. Trying to paint that outside corner. So the runner at second is Javon Martin. He had the double, the rocket off of Chris Kernan. Here's the 2-0. That one going to miss a little bit high. Tried to drop it in. So the count now 3-0. Here with 2 outs. Young trying to work his second walk of the game. He's ready to go. Pretty good lead out second for Martin. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. Taking all the way was Javon Martin. And so 3-1. So the count here now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. A nice pitch there from Chris Kernan. Trying to see if he can strand the runner out at second base. Tobs lead 2-1 after the 2 runs from the bottom of the first. The sac fly RBI from Coleman. RBI single from Freeman. And a step off here and a look back. And the runner, Martin, has yet to go back to the bag. Just high-stepping dancing out there. Must be found a patch of hot dirt out there. So the count full 3-2. The pitch is swung on, skied in the air. Going to be a tough play, and nobody can get there as it falls between Sharon and Brooks. And so it'll be another chance here for Brett Young, who walked and scored in the first. As Kernan gets a baseball from the home plate umpire as he walked by his catcher, Jacob Sharani, shared a quick word with him. He'll make his way back out to the mound. So a big pitch here again for Chris Kernan. Yielded the run in the first inning off of the single in the air with Logan Jarvis at the plate. Saw his offense respond nicely in the bottom of the inning. So we'll have another 3-2 pitch, and that one is swung on. Hit out to right field. Freeman coming in, makes the catch on the run. Flying Freeman ends the inning. And that will send us to the bottom of the second. as Young can't come up with the 3-2 hit with the runner on second, as the Tobs have their one-run lead. We'd like to thank our exclusive partners, Thomas Law Attorneys, along with the Greenlight and Emerge Ortho. Also, our webcast shout-out partners, French West Vaughan NC by Trade, and Travel Easy as 123. Travel Easy as 123, always making sure that the Tobs players reach their destination safely. So we'll see what the Tobs can do here at the bottom of the second game, number 2 of our doubleheader, scheduled again for 7 innings. And so back out there for the Swamp Dogs will be the left-hander Jacob Ryan. Walked a pair of batters in the first, also gave up a pair of hits. And we'll go through his warm-up tosses here as we look at the out-of-town scoreboard. See what Florence and Savannah are doing. Top of the 7th, and now the Savannah Bananas have rallied. They lead Florence 4-3. They trail that game 3-1. And then just getting started between Morehead City and Edenton in game number 2. Finals from earlier, Forest City 7-3 winners over High Point Thomasville. And Peninsula 8-4 winners against Holly Springs in 10 innings. Looks like we're set to go here in the bottom of the second inning. Continuing to see lightning off in the distance beyond center field here at Historic Fleming Stadium, but nothing has moved into the ballpark. And for the Tobs here, in the bottom of the second, it'll be their 8, 9, and 1 batters, Fayetteville, Nestor, and Doyle. Fayetteville back in game number 1 started the night out with a double, eventually came around to score in that third inning off of the RBI double from Nestor. Finished the game 0-for-2 with a pair of pop-ups. As this one missed for a ball. Mazo getting a second consecutive start at first base. Jacob Nestor, the shortstop, he's in the on-deck circle. Here's the offering. That one will be right down Broadway for a couple strike. So the Tobs were able to send 7 batters to the plate in the bottom of the first inning and were able to cash in on a bases-loaded situation. Unfortunately, something they haven't been able to do all that much as of late. There's the 1-1. That one's chopped foul over towards the Fayetteville dugout, first base side. Got away from a player down there that tried to scoop it up. So the duo of Jacob Ryan and Nate Monastra trying to work through the leadoff batter here. They're ahead of the count in some room. No wind to speak of here at Historic Fleming Stadium. Here's the 1-2. That one swung out, hit right to second. Franson, the high hop, and he's able to get it out. Will throw up the line a little bit, but his first baseman Jarvis able to help him out. And so there's one away. So that'll bring up Jacob Nestor, the shortstop for the Tobs. Nestor had that RBI double in game number 1. At the time, had plated the first run of the game for the Tobs. They would answer later in the inning with another run. Finished up with a pop-up to second and a fielder's choice ground out. First pitch here, and he starts to show bunt. Misses low and away. You'll see Nestor do that. Likes to flash out the late bunt. He'll try to do it in all the scenarios for a hit, sacrifice. Loves to use his speed going down the baseline. Count now 1-0. And this one will be in there for a strike. That one just above the knees. Couple of looks here from Ryan. Shook off at least 2 pitches there, it looked like. Now delivers the 1-1. And that's a called strike. Nestor started by showing bunt, pulled the bat back. So the count of ball, 2 strikes. Nestor here will pick up some extra dirt. Rub it into the handle of the bat. There's the 1-2, and that one in the dirt as the catcher Nestor didn't have an easy time on that one. Tobs looking here for a 1-out base runner. Flip things back over to the top of the lineup. Brenton Doyle in the on-deck circle. one of the two Tobs runners that scored in that bottom of the first inning. 2-2 pitch on the way from Ryan. That's outside for ball 3, so the count is full. Jacob Ryan, he walked a pair of batters in the first inning. Walked Doyle and Dean. See what Jacob Ryan has here. Payoff pitch on the way. A called strike 3. As Nestor has started to head down to first, he'll have to come back. And so that will be the second out of the inning as Jacob Ryan will pick up his first strikeout. So that'll bring up Brenton Doyle. Walked and came around to score in the first. Ryan with a long look in. Delivers. And that one is fouled at the plate. Doyle taking a little bit of extra time after that swing. A swing there where you're liable to pull something in your upper back. Was right on top of it. Big swing. There's the offering from Ryan, and that one swung on down the third base line, but that one was foul. But Doyle definitely got out in front of that one. Some solid contact on it. He's trying to send it down the third base line past the third baseman, Shuck. Who is playing just about 2 or 3 steps off of the outfield grass. The infield deep all the way around for the Swamp Dogs. 0-2 pitch on its way here. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning, but time asked for by Doyle. The catcher, Monestro, will go through the signs here. He sets up. Outer half. The pitch comes inside, and that'll miss in the dirt. So 2 outs here. Jacob Ryan trying to get out of the frame for the Swamp Dogs. They trail 2-1. The pitch is chopped, but foul at the plate. There's Brenton Doyle with the windmill swing. We work here in game number 2 of our doubleheader. Tobs dropped game 1, 6-5. Did rally, though. 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning to trim a 6-2 deficit to 6-5. Brenton Doyle trying to keep the inning alive. Down to the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the offering from Ryan. Swung on, skied in the air. Down the right field line in foul territory, and that one is going to drop. As Jarvis looked like Sonic the Hedgehog there running down the foul line, but couldn't come up with it. So the count will stay 1-2. So the home umpire will get some more baseballs here. From the bat boy, Brenton Doyle getting some nice defensive swings in here to keep the bat alive after Jacob Ryan started the inning with the grounder to Franson at second, and then the strikeout of Nestor in the number 9 spot. Here's the pitch, and that one is going to miss. So the count even here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. See what they do here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The offering from Ryan is going to miss up and away, and the count now full. Here, 3-2. Signs here from the catcher, Maestra. Ryan delivers the payoff pitch. It swung on a chopper past the third baseman. As that one gets into left field, and the Tobs have a 2-out base runner. Nice job there by Brenton Doyle to win the at-bat. So that'll bring up Drew Brooks. As the Tobs have a 2-out base runner. So it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the first pitch. That one's going to miss outside for a ball. Brooks flying out to McDaniel. His first time up in center field. Tobs with a 2-1 lead. 2 outs, but they have a runner at first in Brenton Doyle. The offering is swung on. A chopper. First baseman gloves it. Who's going to be there? It's going to be Drew Brooks. But they call the out. Oh my gosh. They called Drew Brooks out at first, but he beat the player to the bag. And I think the umpire has just thrown Drew Brooks out of the game after he beat the fielder to the bag. And now head coach Brian Hale is telling Drew Brooks to calm down. But they call the runner Drew Brooks out. And so I believe somebody has been thrown out on the play. That was a chopper to the first baseman, Jarvis. And then Jarvis had to wait for his pitcher, Jacob Ryan, to try to cover. And I thought for sure that Drew Brooks had beat the pitcher to the bag, but the umpire called him out. And I think that Drew Brooks has been tossed from this game. We'll have to see, but that could be big moving forward, and it looks like Drew Brooks has indeed been tossed. So the 2-out single from Doyle doesn't come back to do anything, and Brooks is going to ground out 3-1, as maybe it's not. So, yeah, it was Drew Brooks. So it looks like J.T. Stone will come into play second, and then they'll move McGowan over to third. So Drew Brooks is gone after the tough 3-1 ground out. And so the new player that'll come in will be J.T. Stone. He'll come in the spot for Brooks. And he will go over to second, and then McGowan will move over to third. So the Tobs get the single and the inning, but strand the runner on base. There's Chris Kernan ready to go here in the top of the third inning. And he will face the 2, 3, and 4 batters, as it'll be Kelly, Jarvis, and Weimer. So that will bring up the shortstop, Matt Kelly, who is 1 for 1, a single, was stranded at third back in the first inning. And the first pitch swung on in foul territory. Fayetteville is going to give it a look, but that one will bounce into the beer garden. So it'll start off 0-1. Chris Kernan with the signs here from Jacob Sharon, the 0-1. That is going to be slow and away. They say starting to offer it was Kelly. There's the 1-1. Nobody out here in the top of the third, and that'll be a called strike. Tobs with a 2-1 lead here in game number 2. Trying to end that 5-game losing streak. After dropping the first game by a score of 6-5. The righty delivers to the right-hand batter. This swung on. As that was a spinner, J.T. Stone, can he make the play? He does. That was a weird English cue off of, I believe, the plate. Maybe just in front, but that definitely caught Chris Kernan off guard. It went right by him. J.T. Stone, who was playing pretty deep, was able to show off the athleticism to make that play. And he gets Matt Kelly at first. So 4-3, and that'll bring Logan Jarvis. He had the single and then the RBI, or excuse me, the single and then the error that was committed by Drew Brooks that allowed the first run of the game to score for the Swamp Dogs. So it'll be a righty-lefty matchup with 1 out. Here's the offering, and that one swung on. Hit out to right. Freeman going back for it. Can he make the catch on the run? He does. Well, that'll be the second out of the inning, a loud one off the bat of Logan Jarvis. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Joey Weimer.
Wearing number 17 from the University of Cincinnati, Joey Weimer.
So Joey Weimer will step in. Popped up in foul territory to Ben Fayetteville his first time up. Base is empty, and Kernan going to ask for Sharon to go through the signs here. Ready, match. And again, Kernan trying to get Sharon to go through the signs. Now they're set. Here's the first pitch, and that one going to miss off the outer half as a fastball from Kernan. Weimer ready to go in the right-handed batter's box. Loaded up on that one, but when it swung, missed inside. Top of the second inning, they're underway in Edenton. No score between the Marlins and the Steamers. And this one fouled back. Might have nicked on play umpire, but I think he was safe. Bottom of the seventh inning, Savannah now leads Florence 6-3. So they've scored 5 unanswered runs after the Red Wolves had raced out to an early lead. Count 2 balls and a strike here to the batter, Weimer. And this one outside over to the left-handed batter's box, and the count now 3-1. Kernan trying to not lose the batter here. To get a 1-2-3. Send it to the bottom of the third. Nate Manestra in the end deck circle. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that one is going to miss for ball 4. And so that'll be a 2-out walk. So with that walk there by Joey Weimer, that'll be the second free pass that Kernan has given up. So that'll bring up the catcher, Nate Manestra, who struck out swinging back in the first. That was back-to-back strikeouts. After the Swamp Dogs had got runners to second and third with nobody out. Here's the first pitch, and that'll be up and in for a ball. Trent Franson in the on-deck circle. He has 1 run at the top of the first, 2 in the bottom of the first. And then both teams going scoreless in the second inning. 1-0 here from Kernan is foul tipped into the glove of Sharon, the high fastball. The runner down at first, Weimer. Sharon will go through the signs. Both teams with 3 hits in this game. Here's the offering, and that one is in the dirt. Sharon kept it in front of him as he'll toss it back out. So the count will go to 2-1 in favor of the batter, Manestra. Kernan here will take a look over, have a quick chat with his first baseman Fayetteville about holding the runner on. Pretty good lead there at first for Weimer. He's going. Pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down to second. And it got the runner. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. And that will get the out at the plate and the out at second. And we will go to the bottom of the third, as we will send this one to a timeout as you are watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here at CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the bottom of the third inning. As we get out of the top of the third, it jumped the gun a little bit there, as that was not a strikeout at the plate. There was already 2 outs in the inning. It was a swing to miss on what would have been a second strike to the batter, Nate Monastro. So it was just the caught stealing on Joey Weimer at second. So when we come back after the fourth, Monastro will be at the plate. But it was a good end to the inning for Chris Kernan after issuing the 2-out walk to Weimer. So we will go into the bottom of the third. It'll be McGowan, Dean, and Coleman. McGowan 1 for 1 in this game, single, and then scored in the first inning. Came in on the RBI single by Carson Freeman. Both teams with 3 hits in this game. Lefty-lefty matchup. Jacob Ryan is going to have this one missed inside. Ryan in that second inning was able to work around the 2-out single from Doyle. And this one will miss low on the grounder that was a chopper played by the first baseman Jarvis, who had to wait for his pitcher Ryan to head over to first. Had made the underhand toss. 2-0 count here now to the batter, McGowan. And that is swung on towards third. And the throw is going to be low, but a scoop there by the first baseman Jarvis as Shuck almost threw that one away. And so that'll be the first out. And it was a play where Drew Brooks was sure that he was safe at first, thought he had beat the pitcher to the bag. He was called out by the umpire and then quickly ejected. And JT Stone came in to take over for him. So that'll bring up Caleb Dean. Walked, was stranded at third in the first. Here's the first offering. Let him miss outside. Catcher. Castro will go through the signs. Here's the offering. And that one fouled. And that'll make its way back out towards the field. We'll make it right back out towards the Tobs roll that is painted into the first and third base sides. And I do have to say myself, whoever painted those did a pretty nice job. So the count 1-1. The pitch is swung at and missed by Caleb Dean. So he's behind the count 1-2. In the on-deck circle, Hunter Coleman got the scoring started for the Tobs with the sac fly RBI. Here's the 1-2. That one just well outside. Jacob Ryan had kind of come slinging off the mound after he had planted his right foot. So the count even out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the offering. And that one is going to be a called strike 3. Wow. Woo! So that is going to be the second out of the inning.
Now batting, line number 25 from Texas A&M, Hunter Coleman.
So that'll bring up Hunter Coleman with 2 outs. As there's action down in the Fayetteville bullpen. The Wilson bullpen quiet. So 2 away. Coleman now in there. Lefty-righty matchup. This one is up in the zone. A little bit of a breeze starting to pick up out there in center field as we approach 10 o'clock here in Wilson, North Carolina. Second game of a doubleheader here tonight between the Swamp Dogs and the Tobs. Tobs looking to try to pick up a split. Here's the 1-0, and that'll be taken for a called strike by Coleman. Coleman we did not see in game number 1. Has just 1 hit to start his season for the Tobs, this being his 4th game. Here's the offering, and that'll be off for the dirt. Quickly tossed back out by Menestra. Jacob Bryan sets on down, and he'll deliver. This one looked to be inside, and it will be, so the count now 3-1. Top of the 8th inning, Savannah leading Florence 6-3. And then no score between Morehead City and Edenton. 3-1 pitch here from Ryan is outside, ball 4. And so that'll be a 2-out walk. That'll be the 3rd walk given up by Jacob Ryan.
Now batting, wearing number 13 from East Stroudsburg, Carson Freeman.
So that'll bring up Carson Freeman, who's been swinging a very nice bat tonight for the Tobs. Already 1 for 1 in this game with an RBI single. Finished game number 1 with a 1 for 2 effort, a home run and 3 RBIs. First pitch here is going to be a called strike on the outer half. Leading over first is Coleman, being held on by the first baseman Jarvis. Here's the offering. That one missed outside. The catcher Menestra had to get out of the catcher stance there to corral that one. Coleman will get into his initial lead. See what he does for his secondary against the left-hander. Here's the pitch. And that one is a called strikeout on the outer half of the plate. And Freeman didn't agree with that one all that much. So now he's behind the count of ball and 2 strikes. A runner for the Tobs here in the bottom of the 3rd. They lead 2-1. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Jacob Ryan. The runner's off. The offering is in the dirt and is away from the catcher, Menestra. And so that will allow Hunter Coleman to go down to second. And Coleman will pick up a stolen base. And again, another Wilson Tobs player reaching their destination safely thanks to Travel Easy as 1-2-3. So a 2-2 pitch. Lefty-lefty matchup. Jacob Ryan to the mound. At the plate, Carson Freeman. Here is the offering, and it is inside. Did that catch Freeman? I believe it did. So Carson Freeman will make his way down to first as he tried everything to get out of the way of that one. And so it's back-to-back 2-out base runners.
Now batting, wearing number 12 from Louisiana Monroe, Jacob Sharon.
So that'll bring up the catcher, Jacob Sharon, out of Louisiana Monroe. Hit a laser to the second baseman, Franson, his first time up. That came with runners on first and third for the Tobs after they had plated their second run of the inning. Now we'll get a mound visit here. And we are going to get a pitching change as a new pitcher making his way in from the right field bullpen, and that will be the end of the line for Jacob Ryan with 2 outs and 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as it'll be 2 2/3 innings with both runners the responsibility of Jacob Ryan, as we'll see who the new pitcher is. Tobs trying to see here if maybe they can put something together with 2 outs and add a little bit of cushion to this 2-1 lead. So after the Swamp Dogs got 5 innings from Michael Hendricks in game 1, they have to go to the bullpen early here. So plate umpire making the signal for the new pitcher. So it looks like the new pitcher will be number 23. As that will be DJ Moore, a right-hander from Huntington out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, a junior. He'll take over on the mound here.
Now pitching for the Swamp Dogs, wearing number 23, DJ Moore.
So for Moore, take a look at his numbers on the season. This will be his second appearance of the season. He's tossed 2/3 of an inning. He gave up 3 unearned runs off 1 hit and walked 3 batters while striking out 1. So a 0 ERA. As we'll pull up his game log here. So for him, he tossed against Holly Springs in a 15-5 loss on June 20th. As he gave up those 3 unearned runs, allowing a hit, walked 3 batters, struck out 1. Tobs going to try to rally against him here, but he looks to try to get the final out of the bottom of the 3rd. He'll face the catcher, Jacob Sharon. So the left-hander, Ryan, is out of the game. Now they switch over to the righty. It'll be Sharon and then Faze in the end circle if Tobs can keep the inning alive. Runners take their leads from first and second. First pitch here is going to be low for a ball. Out of the hand of DJ Moore. Runners lead off first and second. It was a walk to Coleman, a hit by a pitch for Freeman. Here's the 1-0. That one is swung on and missed by Sharon. They say it was tipped.
Everybody clap your hands.
The count evens up. See if Sharon can come through here. As the last time he had a good time at the plate was in the doubleheader against Martinsville. Here's the 1-1. That's in the dirt. And caught up out there between second and third was Coleman, but he makes his way back. His first move was back to second as it had scooted away from Menestra, but not far enough away. Andre Coleman to be convinced he could go to third. Sharon working ahead in the count here. Here's the pitch from Moore. That one swung on, high chopper, and it passed the third baseman. It's a fair ball. Coleman's going to come around. Freeman goes to third, and the Tobs have a 3-1 lead.
Now batting, number 19 from LaSalle University, Fayetteville.
And so the Tobs will take a 3-1 lead on a run powered by Greenlight. And so the Tobs here will have runners at first and third with Ben Fazo coming up. And this one will be a called strike to the batter, Fazo, who wasn't happy with it. So it was Coleman. So the count 0-1 as Freeman now stands at third. Here's the pitch, and that's a called strike too. And so the count quickly in the favor of the pitcher, DJ Moore. It was allowed 1 run to score. That run charged to Jacob Ryan. The runner Freeman still his responsibility. Here's the 0-2, and that one is low, and going down second was Sharon. So the Tobs have a pair of runners in scoring position. There's Sharon down to second. So Ben Fazo trying to keep the inning alive here for the Tobs. Moore delivers. That one swung on, tailing out to right center. This one is going to be shallow, and it's going to drop. 2 runs are going to score. As Freeman and Sharon score, and the Tobs lead 5-1. Another pair of runs powered by Greenlight. as Ben Fayetteville picks up the hit with 2 outs. So it'll be a pair of RBIs for Fayetteville, and that'll bring up Nestor as Freeman and Sharon both score. Nestor struck out looking in his first at bat. And pitch here going to miss low for a ball. So for Ben Fayetteville, that'll be RBIs 2 and 3 of the season for him. Now he has 6 hits. 1 in the first game, 1 here in game number 2. There's the 1-0 to Nestor, and that one right down Broadway. So the Tobs, after the inning started with back-to-back outs from Jacob Ryan, a walk and hit batter took him out of the game, and then an error by the third baseman, and a 2 RBI single have given the Tobs a 5-1 lead here in game 2. Moore's offering is swung on, but fouled off the netting first base side. Brenton Doyle, top of the order in the on-deck circle for Wilson. 2 in the bottom of the first, 3 here in the bottom of the third. Looking for more. Looks like Nestor maybe going to have to get a different bat here. He might have thought that one was cracked. So he's going to see if he can get a new one. He's got to probably get that one chalked up. Actually, he's going to find one that's already ready to go. So now Nestor will make his way back out. So we'll see what he can do with a new piece of lumber. Fayetteville leading over at first. Over his shoulder, DJ Moore will keep an eye on the runner. Here's the offering, and that one misses low in the dirt over in the left-handed batter's box. Count will even out. The Tobs, 5 runs, 4 hits. Both teams have committed an error. Monastra goes to the signs. Here's the offering, and that one is a called strike 3 on the outer half of the plate. And so the Tobs will leave a runner on first as they plate 3, thanks to the 2 RBI single for Fayetteville, and then the run that scores on the air off the bat of Sharon. And we will go to the 4th as you are watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the top of the 4th inning. As the Tobs have a 5-1 lead after they plate 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, thanks to the 2 RBI single from Ben Fayetteville. And is able to help spark the offense. So Chris Kernan has been spotted now, a 4-run cushion. Heads back out for his 4th inning of work. Has allowed a run off 3 hits. He will face the catcher, Monastra, as the first pitch to him will miss up in the zone. He was at the plate when Weimer was caught trying to steal second to end the inning by Sharon, as Monastra swung through a high pitch. Here's the 1-0. That'll be in there for a called strike. There's 2 outs in the inning, and as he swung through that, he called it a strikeout, and then they threw him out at second, but it was already 2 outs, and it was only strike number 2 in the batter. Here's the offering from Kernan. That one chopped foul at the plate. Good pitch there from Chris Kernan to get ahead in the count. Trent Franson and Tyler Shuck The 6 and 7 batters scheduled due up after Manestra here. Kern gets the signs from Schrawn. Here's the pitch. And that one is swung on. Chopped to short. Nestor gloves it. The throw in time. 1 away. So that'll bring up Trent Franson, the second baseman. Struck out swinging against Kernan back to end the first inning. That was after the strikeout to Manestra.
Wearing number 6 from Houston Baptist, Trent Franson.
Franson out of Houston Baptist launches his first one for a called strike. Kernan gets ahead in the count. Here's the pitch, and that one will miss up and away. They try to get the swing on the high fastball. Number 6 batter went obliged to it. Kernan will set and delivers. That one swung on high in the air. And that one will be caught and left by Caleb Dean. And so there are 2 away, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Tyler Shuck. So give you a look here at the Houston Plain. They got a town scoreboard. Just 2 other games in action. Top of the 9th inning, Savannah Bananas now trying to close out Florence and look to clinch the CPL South here in the first half. Pitch from Kernan is going to miss for a ball. Bottom of the second inning, game 2, a doubleheader between Morehead City and Edenton. The Steamers out to a 1-0 lead. Here's the 1-0 for Kernan. That one swung on and missed. So the count will even up. Kernan goes to the signs with Sharon. And that one swung on and missed. They go again on the outer half. The fastball powering right through. And for the Steamers, they actually have the bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. A bases-loaded walk giving them the first run of the game. And this one is laced down the right field line. Colin Brinkley tried to go for it, but he couldn't come up with it. So it was Netterville at the plate who worked the bases-loaded walk for the Steamers. 1-2 here. Swung out of his strike 3. Another Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout, the third of the game for Chris Kernan. And for the first time tonight, Shuck is down on strikes. And the Tobs have a 5-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. I'd like to thank our exclusive partners, Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Burge Ortho. Also like to thank French West Vaughn NC by train and Travel Easy as 1, 2, 3. As tonight's game, our 6th annual Home Run for Hunger celebration. And it was also another Bang for Your Buck Sunday. Some upcoming home games and promotions for the Tobs. They'll be back here on Friday, June 29th after a pair of off days and a pair of road games. As the Peninsula Pilots will be into town, a 7 p.m. first pitch. It'll be Digging in the Diamond. As you can sign up at Saslow's for free game tickets and a chance to dig for great prizes here at historic Fleming Stadium. Then on Sunday, July 1st, the Holly Springs Salamanders are in town. A 6 p.m. first pitch, another Bang for Your Buck Sunday. And then Wednesday, July 4th, versus the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs at 6 p.m. It'll be our July 4th firework extravaganza presented by Thomas Law Attorneys. As we get ready here for the bottom of the 4th, it'll be DJ Moore back out there for the Swamp Dogs, second pitcher of the night. Took over for Jacob Ryan after Ryan had put a pair of runners on base. As 2 of the 3 runs in that inning were charged to DJ Moore. So 4 of the 5 runs were charged to Jacob Ryan. A strike will be called here from DJ Moore to start things off. To the top of the order, Brenton Doyle in there. Has been on base twice tonight. A walk, scored a run, and then singled. A righty-righty matchup. Here's the offer, and that was swung on, a high chopper. Could be a tough play, a throw, and that one is going to be an infield single for Brenton Doyle. And the minute that he saw that one was up in the air, he put on the afterburners and just headed down the first base line. And so that'll be the second hit of the night for Brenton Doyle. Third straight time he's been on base. And that's just almost not even fair when you're playing deep as an infielder and you have to deal with that type of speed down the first baseline. So we'll see what JT Stone can do. His first at-bat after he came in defensively for the Tobs in the top of the third inning. That was after Brooks was tossed out of the game to end the bottom of the second after his ground out at first. A quick throw over, check the runner Doyle. JT Stone in game one worked a walk, was 0 for 2. As this one was dropped by the catcher, and Doyle goes down to second, and he'll be in there safely. And so now the catcher, Manestra, are going to go out and have a talk with his pitcher, DJ Moore, about what happened there. So Manestra had gotten caught off guard on it. And that allows Brenton Doyle to go down to second, so the Tobs are runner in scoring position. So the count, we have all and no strikes. Now a runner at second. JT Stone awaits the offering, and he watches that one in there for a called strike. Drew Brooks had started the game 0 for 2 with the fly ball to center and then the ground out. And then his night was ended, not his choice. So the count 1-1, and that one going to miss slow away. So a good eye there for JT Stone. Kevin McGowan in the on-deck circle. For the Tobs, nobody out. Runner at second. McGowan 1 for 2 in the game tonight. He's here in game number 2. So they count 2 balls and a strike to pitch. That one swung on and missed. A good fastball there from DJ Moore. Tobs with a 5-1 lead here in game number 2 of a doubleheader. Both games scheduled for 7 innings. The first one went 7, even though the Tobs tried to rally. In the bottom of the 6th inning, they plated 3, just could not get that 4th run to even the game up 6-6. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that is going to miss outside. So the count full, 3-2. JT Stone trying to become the second base runner to reach to start this inning. Kevin McGowan eagerly waiting to get up. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that's outside, ball 4. And the Tobs have runners on first and second with nobody out. Bullpen quiet right now for the Swamp Dogs. There is a pitcher down there. And that'll bring up Kevin McGowan. McGowan singled, scored in the first, grounded out to Shuck in the third. That he got the third inning underway. First of 2 outs. It was recorded by Jacob Ryan before Tobs rallied for 3 runs. They're going to play in front of the runner Stone here at first. We'll also play in at third. And now the third baseman Shuck going to go through the defensive signs. Make sure the Swamp Dogs get in the right positioning. Moore ready to go on the mound. And he delivers. And that one is swung on, skied in the air. Shuck in foul territory, but actually the shortstop, Kelly, going to make the catch. That one had tailed back, and luckily Kelly was there to have Shuck backed up, and so that's the first out.
Now batting, wearing number 8 from Missouri Baptist, Caleb Dean.
So that'll bring up Caleb Dean. Walked in the first inning, struck out looking in the third. Was stranded at third base in the first after Doyle and McGowan had scored. Runners take their leads at first and second. Now they'll play behind the runner, JT Stone at first. Pitch here swung on. That's down the right field line. And that one will get just into the beer garden. A long strike number 1 there.
Are you insured? If not, then call Omar Gonzalez with Farm Your Insurance.
So Caleb Dean going to try to come through here with something, hopefully maybe into a gap, but definitely take something into the outfield. 0-1 offering on its way from DJ Moore. Breaking ball that stays up. Good take there by Caleb Dean. Hunter Coleman in the on-deck circle. He was the first batter to reach in the 3rd inning. Worked the 2-out walk, then stole second. And then came around to score as Sharon reached on the air. All 3 of those runs in the inning were under. Now this ball gets by the catcher and Astra. Both runners will move up. So Doyle will go over to 3rd and Stone down to 2nd on the wild pitch. So now that'll bring the infield in for the Swamp Dogs. So the runner at 3rd is Doyle. Stone at 2nd. Count 2 balls and a strike to Caleb Dean. Here's the pitch. Dean, a chopper. This one going to be foul. So the count leaves up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here, 1 out for the Wilson Tobs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Started up with a single by Doyle, the infield single. Then the walk to JT Stone in his first at bat. Then McGowan hitting the pop fly in foul territory to the shortstop for the first out. 2-2 pitch is swung on and held on to by the catcher Monestra. So that will be the 2nd out of the inning. And that will allow the Swamp Dogs to go back.
Now batting wearing number 25 from Texas A&M, Hunter Coleman.
So that'll bring up Hunter Coleman. Had a RBI in the sac fly in the 1st, and then walked, came around to score in the 3rd. Unfortunately, will not be able to have a sacrifice fly opportunity here. Runners take their leads. Tobs would love to try to get some more runs here, even though they led by 4. And this one is going to be inside. So the count starts off 1-0. Carson Freeman in the on-deck circle. Coleman and Freeman had the RBIs in the 1st inning. Here's the 1-0. And that one's a strikeout on the outer half. Had Coleman kind of reaching out over the plate. Didn't offer at it. DJ Moore, we got the signs here from his catcher. Take a look back to 2nd. Delivers home. That one misses up above the letters. Almost eye level there for Hunter Coleman. Runners lead from 2nd and 3rd. Tobs trying to see if they can at least get Brenton Doyle in. Here's the 2-1. That's in there for a called strike 2. Doyle led things off with the high chop infield single to the shortstop Kelly. And then Stone followed with a walk, but a pop foul and then a strikeout. Got 2 outs and now a 2-2 count here for DJ Moore against Hunter Coleman. Coleman ready in the right-handed batter's box. Coleman delivers and he swings that one past the 3rd baseman. That's going to score 1. They're going to hold the 2nd runner, and it's going to be an RBI single for Hunter Coleman and another run powered by Greenlight. So Hunter Coleman has himself a 2 RBI game. Also has himself his 2nd hit of the season.
Now batting wearing number 13.
And so the Tobs take a 6-1 lead on their 6th hit of the game. So that will bring up Carson Freeman, who's been on base twice tonight. RBI single in the 1st, hit by a pitch, scored in the 3rd. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the offering. That one swung on, giving a ride in foul territory down the left line, giving a chase to the 3rd baseman, Shuck. But he won't be able to get it as it goes out of play. So it turns out to be just strike 1. So the count 0-1. And this one, a called strike down the inner half. So the count 0-2. 2 outs here in the inning. Carson Freeman away the pitch from DJ Moore. The offering, going to miss up and away. Good take. So the Tobs, 2 in the bottom of the first, 3 in the bottom of the third, and now 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. After falling behind quickly 1-0 on the RBI single from Jarvis. Here's the 1-2, and that one misses up and away, and the count now even 2-2. So DJ Moore trying to find the out pitch here after he was able to get back-to-back outs to McGowan and Dean. Here's the 2-2, and that misses outside, and the count is now full 3-2. Bullpen still quiet for the Swamp Dogs. No, 2 players standing down there. Runners at the corners. Coleman at first after the RBI single. Runner at third is Stone. Payoff pitch on its way. Swung on. That one skied in the air. Ranging in for it is Young, and he'll make the catch just in front of his center fielder, McDaniel. And so that will end the inning. So the Tobs tack on another one as they'll take a 6-1 lead to the top of the 5th inning here in game number 2 of our doubleheader. Tobs looking to try to pick up a split as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here at CPLBaseball.tv.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
Whenever you have a chance to give back to the community, it's a special day.
I just had the opportunity to help a mother and her 3 children move into a home.
So Mobile Mini is actually more than just the leader in secure storage and office rentals. We are a community player.
Giving back is one of Mobile Mini's core values. It's something that's ingrained in us.
I take pride in knowing that my efforts in the community is helping to make someone's life better.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the top of the 5th inning, scheduled for 7 here in game number 2 of a doubleheader between Fayetteville and Wilson, as the Swamp Dogs were victorious in game 1 by a score of 6-5. So both teams coming into this game identical 9-10 records. First pitch here from Chris Kernan will be taken for a call strike. Kernan back out here to start the 5th. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 batters he'll face. Javon Martin, Willis McDaniel, and then Brett Young. And this one going to miss. Javon Martin laced a double off the first pitch that he saw from Kernan in the 2nd inning. That came after the line out to Fazo at first. So he's 1 for 1. And he waves and misses at the pitch here that falls off the dinner table. In the on-deck circle, Willis McDaniel. Kernan sets and delivers. And he slings that one in there for strike 3. And you can drop the lasso on that one. And so that will be the first out of the inning. So that will bring up Willis McDaniel, the center fielder, 0 for 1 in this game.
Willis McDaniel.
Kernan will deliver, and that one will miss outside. So 4 strikeouts. Now here for Chris Kernan after getting Martin to look at the called third strike. Now behind in the count, 2-0 here to Willis McDaniel. With 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And this one is going to miss, slowing away. So the count now 3-0. Top of the order in the on-deck circle for Fayetteville, Brett Young. Over there on the first base side. Here's the 3-0 offering to Martin. That one was up and in. And so it'll be a 1-out walk as Martin will be on base. Excuse me, as McDaniel. All off here in the order as McDaniel reaches first base on the walk. First time he's been on tonight. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Brett Young, who has been on base once tonight. He walked in the first and flied out in the second. That was to Freeman down the right field line. So ready matchup over his shoulder. Chris Kernan. Keep an eye on the runner at first. Pitch here will be a called strike. 1 run on 3 hits, an error for Fayetteville in this one. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Wilson. Swamp Dogs with 2 pitchers used here in game 2. The Tobs with Kernan still out there. Here's the 1 pitch, and that one is low. Strawn had to go down. Make sure he stuffed it, kept it in front of him. Matt Kelly, the shortstop, he comes up into the on-deck circle. Sharon will go through the signs here. And the bunt laid down. And McGowan, and now they're going to try to see if they can get the runner between second and third. And here's the rundown. And can they get the runner? They do, but now the runner goes to second. And so a crazy turn of events there. And so that will be the second out of the inning. And so McDaniel is out, trying to go to third, but Brett Young will get down to second as he laid down the bunt. So a runner at second, and there are 2 away for the Swamp Dogs. Matt Kelly is at the plate. This one going to miss outside. So Young takes his lead out at second. Second time he's been on base tonight. After the bunt single. Kernan delivers. And that one going to miss low. Sharon held it. So Kelly and the game singled in the first. He grounded out in the third. Pretty good lead out there at second for Young. Here's the pitch, and that one is going to miss. Pitches in this at-bat haven't missed by all that much, and the count now 3-0. 2 away here for the Swamp Dogs. Tobs and Chris Kernan trying to get out of it. They lead 6-1. Here's the 3-0, and that's in there for a called strike. As racing back to second was Brett Young. Sharon goes through the signs. Kernan finds one to his liking. Looks back to second. Now another look back. And time is called here. And so the 3-1 pitch going to be coming here with 2 outs in the inning from Chris Kernan. The offering is up and away, ball 4. So that'll be the second walk of the inning that he has given up, as County is on base for the second time.
Number 28 from Belmont University, Logan Jarvis.
So now stepping in the left-handed batter's box will be Logan Jarvis, the first baseman. Single in the first, fly ball to right in the third. Runners lead from first and second. Kernan delivers. And that one tipped into the glove of Sharon. So the count will be 0-1. Jarvis offering at the pitch up in the zone. Joey Weimer in the on-deck circle. Tobs with a 5-run lead. We work here in the top of the 5th inning, game number 2 for a doubleheader. There's the 0-1, and that one is fouled right there at the plate. And so Sharon will toss that baseball back out. Kernan will rub it up a little bit. So the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Chris Kernan after the walk, trying to get out. Here's the offering. Swung out and missed, strike 3. 5th strikeout of the night. 2nd, Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout of the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. There's a 2-out single and a 2-out walk will not hurt the Tobs here in the top of the 5th. And the Tobs will have their 7, 8, and 9 batters scheduled up in the bottom of the 5th here at historic Fleming Stadium. As the Tobs like to remind you fans, be sure to come out on Friday, June 29th for the 5th annual Dig It in the Diamond game. Fans can pre-register for free at Sasslow's Jewelers in Wilson for your chance to dig for one of several prizes. Featured prizes are a round trip to Las Vegas, 4-day cruise, his and her wedding bands, and Tobs season tickets. Also, Throwback Thirsty Thursdays are back at the ballpark this season. Every Thursday we'll have dollar select beers, discounted draft beers, half-price fountain drinks, and our Farm to Field Farmers Market, sponsored by Dean's Farm Market. We'll also be holding every Thursday leading up to Paint the Park Pink Night on Thursday, July 26th, a silent auction for players' pink jerseys, as all proceeds will benefit the Wilson Community Health Center for those women who cannot afford mammograms. Again, that is every Thursday home game leading up to Paint the Park Pink Night on Thursday, July 26th, and our silent auction for game-worn players' pink jerseys. As we get set here for the bottom of the 5th inning, Jacob Sharon will get a chance to lead it off. And he will do so against DJ Moore. He did give up the 1 run in the 4th, but he could have given up more, but he was able to work past the RBI single from Hunter Coleman. Got the fly out to right off the bat of Freeman. So Sharon in this game has lined out to second, also reached on an error, stole a base. Saw a run come in to score. So Sharon ready to go. Moore ready to go. Righty-ready matchup. Here's the offering, and that'll be in there for a called strike. And Sharon will take a look down to head coach Brian Hill down the third base line. The catcher, Asher will go through the signs, tries to frame this one. Called strike, even though the catcher didn't hold on to it. So the count now 0-2. Now ahead here, DJ Moore trying to get the first out. The pitch is in the dirt. And so that one will be the first ball of the at-bat. Astra will give the signs here. The 1-2 is going to miss. So the count here will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sharon gets set back in there, digs into the right-handed batter's box. Trying to be a leadoff base runner. The pitch is swung on, skied in the air. Lester will give it a look, but that'll be off the top of the grandstand. And that'll roll back down into the concourse area. And so the count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now we're ready to go. Home plate umpire gives the signal. Sharon ready for another chance here. Count even 2-2. The pitch is going to be taken for a called strike 3. And so that will be the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for DJ Moore. As he had 1 in the 3rd inning. He had 1 in the 4th inning. Now 1 here to start off the 5th. So that'll bring up Ben Fayetteville. But he'll bat here with the bases empty. He grounded out to start off the 2nd inning and then had the 2 RBI single in the 3rd. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch from Moore. As this one stayed up and in on the breaking ball. Fayetteville ducked the head. He didn't know where that one was going. So he's ahead in the count. Jacob Nestor in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-0, and that one is tipped into the glove of the catcher, Monestra, so the count even up here. Trying to give you an update between Morehead City and Edenton, but it looks like their stats have frozen with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd. Because if they haven't frozen, it's probably going to be the longest bat in probably baseball history between Devin Gardner and Austin Dickey, because it's been that way for about the last 15 minutes. Here's the pitch. That one is over the head of the shortstop. That one's going to get to the wall in left center. Fayetteville around first. Fayetteville's going to second. And Ben Fayetteville has himself a 1-out double. And Ben Fayetteville has his 2nd hit of the game, his 3rd hit between the 2. And the Tobs have a runner in scoring position. 2nd double of the day for Fayetteville. And hopefully this is a trend that can continue for Ben Fayetteville. It's something that the Tobs have been looking for. So it appears actually that the Morehead City Marlins and Edenton Steamers are in a lightning delay. Because I believe they still do have a 1-0 lead. Don't know if any of the scoring has changed. 1-0 pitch. And this one will be a called strike on the outer half of the plate. So the lightning delay, the reason for the delay in the scoring update, as they had taken the lead off of a bases loaded walk. 1-1 the count here to Jacob Nestor. Here's the offering, and that one is a called strike 2. Now on the outer half of the plate. It's been a tough go here so far for Nestor in game 2. He struck out looking in his first 2 at-bats. Fayetteville, the runner out at 2nd. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch is a called strike 3 on the outer half of the plate. And so Jacob Nestor, for the 3rd time tonight, has struck out looking. And so that'll go back to the top of the order, as it'll be Brenton Doyle. Doyle has been a base all 3 times tonight, has scored a pair of runs. He had a single and a run in the 4th, a single in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 1st. Takes a called strike 1. And this is the type of production in that leadoff spot that makes the Tobs that much more dangerous, is when Doyle's not only able to get on base, but he's able to hit. And so he's been able to do that here in this 2nd game. This one misses low and away. So Ben Fayetteville feeling a little bit lonely out there at 2nd, hoping that Doyle can bring him home so he can go sit back in the dugout with his teammates. And he'll be heading the count here 2-1. Facing DJ Moore. This will be the 2nd time he has faced Moore. Had that single against him in the 4th. Leading off 2nd, Fayetteville. Moore takes a look back towards him. Now delivers the 2-1. That one swung on, but fouled out of the ballpark. over top of the grandstand. Slightly from the count out.
Call Elton Franks with Farm Bureau Insurance for all your insurance needs.
So the only games currently left going are a game here, and then the game between Morehead City and Edenton. The final is Savannah defeats Florence 6-3. Pitch fouled right back by Doyle. So with that win, Savannah has clinched the first half South Division title. So now 2 of the 4 divisions have been decided, with Morehead City clinching their division in the first half. 2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Doyle. He swings at it, a chopper back up the middle. They're going to send Fayetteville around third. No throw as it's late, but that'll be an RBI single for Brenton Doyle, his third of the night, and it's another run powered by Greenlight. Tobs leads 7-1.
Now betting, wearing number 26 from the University of Mount Olive, J.D. Stone.
So Fayetteville does score from second on the 2-out RBI single from Brenton Doyle. So for Brenton Doyle with the RBI, that will be his 12th of the season. A chopper hit on the first baseline, off of the first baseman's glove, and safe at first is going to be J.T. Stone. So the Tobs will have runners at first and second as Jarvis couldn't handle the grounder. And so Doyle will go down to second.
10 from LaSalle University, Kevin McGowan.
So that'll be the second error of the game charged to the Swamp Dogs. As that'll bring up Kevin McGowan. Runners on first and second now. McGowan in this game has singled, grounded out, and popped up to the shortstop Kelly in foul territory. Righty-lefty matchup, and that pitch will be in there for a called strike. Good fastball from DJ Moore. Action down in the Fayetteville bullpen. Tobs have added 5 runs over the last 3 innings. Here's the 0-1. That one going to miss outside. The catcher Menashe had a little bit of trouble. So 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors in this one for Fayetteville. 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Tobs. Moore sets and delivers. That one swung on, hit out to left, but that one will be caught by Weimer. And that will end it. But the Tobs do tack on a run, the RBI single from Doyle. And we've played 5 full here in game number 2 of our doubleheader as the Tobs on top. You're listening to Wilson Tobs Baseball here at CPLBaseball.tv.
Where you see 20 ounces of beer for the same price as 16 ounce. This offer expires.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And so Chris Kernan back out on the mound here to work the top of the 6th inning. Yes, he has limited the Swamp Dogs to just 1 run here in the second game after they plated 6 in the first game. And so the throw down to second here from Jacob Sharon to the second baseman, JT Stone, will get us going. As for the Swamp Dogs, it'll be their 4, 5, and 6 batters. Weimer, Manestra, and Franson. So Weimer will step in. He has popped up to first in foul territory, walked, and then was caught stealing to end the third. He's the first pitch. That one will be taken for a called strike.
Number 17 from the University of Cincinnati, Joey Weimer.
The 0-1 pitch now on its way. That one swung at and missed by Joey Weimer. Real no breeze to speak of still here at historic Fleming Stadium. Getting late here in game number 2 of our doubleheader. There's the 0-2 pitch. That one well over into the left-handed batter's box. Naaman Astor in the on-deck circle for Fayetteville. Here's the 1-2, and that one again over into the left-handed batter's box. So after Kernan got ahead in the count 0-2, things now even. Here's the 2-2, and that one is going to miss. And so the count is full 3-2. Kernan did walk 2 batters in the 5th inning. The one runner was erased on the rundown. Payoff pitch is going to be fouled out of play over on the first base side.
Are you sure? If not, then call Michael Arnett with
5 strikeouts on the night for Chris Kernan after he struck out 2 in the 5th. 3-2 pitch again is swung out. Whoa, watch out. Now on the third base line. As that third base coach Caleb Woodson probably should count his blessings before he goes to bed tonight. 3-2 pitch again is going to be taken up and away for ball 4. And so that will be a leadoff base runner for the Swamp Dogs.
Now batting, wearing number 15 from Xavier University, Nate Monastra.
So it looks like head coach Brian Hill going to come out here and have a chat with Chris Kernan. Kernan trying to not look to his head coach, and I think that he is going to take the baseball from Kernan, and he will. So Chris Kernan is going to come out of the game, but he will come out with a 7-1 lead with a runner on here in the top of the 6th inning, as he will walk through the line of high fives from his teammates heading back to the dugout third base side, as we'll have a new pitcher here, and we will see who it is for the Tobs. So the new pitcher is going to be number 20, as it'll be Charlie Sheehan, the sophomore right-hander out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota from St. Louis. As he'll make his season debut for the Wilson Tobs.
Charlie Sheehan.
So Sheehan will start his warm-up pitches. And the first one, not the greatest, but that's why there's warm-up pitches. And we'll see what he can do here as he will face the catcher, Naaman Estra, and then it'll be Trent Franson, barring any pinch hitters. So for Charlie Sheehan, if you look at some of his numbers, coming out of St. Louis, obviously a season debut for the Tobs, but for Sheehan, he wears jersey number 20, just finishing up his sophomore year. So Sheehan will come in. And for Sheehan, and the pitcher will be called strike. So the count here will be 0-1. And the pitch here just going to miss off the outer half of the plate. Runner on first here for Fayetteville. And the top of the sixth inning, nobody out. That runner will be charged, should he score, to Chris Kernan, the starter. As this one is in the dirt, nice job there by Sharon to keep it in front of him. So the count 2-1. And on the night for the catcher, an extra 0 for 2, a strikeout, a ground out to short. Pitch here is swung on. That's going to be a single back into center. And stopping at second will be Weimer. So that'll be a single. That will bring up the second baseman, Trent Franson. So first appearance for Charlie Sheehan. Set here on the mound by Sheehan. The offering is going to be in there for a called strike. So the count here to Franson will start out. Oh, they swing. A throw to third as they will get, nope, they say they don't get the out. Oh boy. I thought for sure that stepping on the bag at third was McGowan. As the ball was hit to Nestor at short, he threw over to McGowan. Now McGowan was backpedaling, but they say that he didn't step on the bag. And so the bases are going to be loaded, and head coach Brian Hill is just trying to figure out what's happening. Yes, he'll go out and get an explanation. And so he'll come away with probably not the explanation he was looking for. And so now stepping up will be the third baseman, Tyler Shuck. So bases loaded. And unfortunately, still nobody out here for the Swamp Dogs. Big spot here for Tyler Shuck as this one's in the dirt. Sharon will get it. So the count will be 1-0. Shuck in this game 0 for 2 is lined out and struck out. Yeah, this one misses up and away. Now the pitch home here on the 2-0 is going to be in there for a called strike. So the count will be 2 balls and a strike. So the count 2-1. The pitch here foul down the first baseline. So the count now here even 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Weimer is the runner at third. Also the runner at second, and Franson over at first. Setting on the mound is Sheehan. Here's his 2-2 pitch, and that one is swung on And that'll be an out as Sharon won't have to worry about any type of throw or tag with the bases loaded, and that's a big first out. So the first strikeout for Charlie Sheehan as a Wilson Tobs player. And that'll be another Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout. And that'll be a nice first out. And we'll see what the conference here is about. So now a conference here with head coach Brian Hill with the umpires behind home plate. Tobs have a 7-1 lead here in game number 2 of their doubleheader against the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs. Chris Kernan started the inning. He issued the walk to Joey Weimer. Tobs went to the bullpen. They called on Charlie Sheehan for his first appearance as a Wilson Tobs player. And then he quickly gave up a single to Monastra, and then the infield fielder's choice that allowed Trent Franson to reach base. And then he got the strikeout against Tyler Shuck, as the batter is scheduled to be Javon Martin. But head coach Brian Hill talking things over. And now the home plate umpire is going to ask for the Swamp Dogs representation to come out. So it looks like maybe a problem or an issue here with the lineup card. So now the umpires are going through the lineup card with head coach for the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs, Matt Holland. And we're getting a delay here with the bases loaded and 1 out for the Swamp Dogs here in game number 2 of our doubleheader. So just a confusion here is they're making that lineup card down there for the Swamp Dogs look like a bad day of golf on the scorecard. Just scratch marks everywhere. So we'll see what comes of it here. Now they've talked with the Swamp Dogs over on the first base side. Now they're going to come back and chat with Brian Hill over here on the third base side of the field. Playing a good old game of relay here. So the batter who's waiting to hit is Javon Martin, who in my book is scheduled to be up. So I don't know if it was a problem there. And so now Brian Hill will head back to the dugout. So after all of that, don't know really what the whole intent or sole purpose was, but yeah. So Javon Martin will step in with the bases loaded, 1 out. And Charlie Sheehan, after getting the strikeout to Shuck, first pitch is going to miss outside for a ball. Javon Martin in the game tonight has doubled, also struck out looking in this one. Sharon will go through the signs. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that one is going to miss low, and the count now 2-0. Charlie Sheehan trying to navigate through here. In the top of the 6th inning. Tobs with the 7-1 lead. Sheehan delivers. That one is swung on and missed. For strike 1. There is 1 out here in the inning. And the center fielder, Willis McDaniel, was scheduled to be up, but it looks like a pinch hitter stepped out. Here's the pitch, and that one tipped into the glove of Sharon. So the count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 nice pitches from Charlie Sheehan. Runners will take their leads from all 3 bases. 1 out here for the Swamp Dogs. Sharon gives the signs, the pitch, and that one is swung on and missed, strike 3. So after he was down in the count 2-0, he comes back to get the batter, Martin, and another Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout. And that'll bring up a pinch hitter as it'll be number 11 for the Swamp Dogs. As that'll be A.J. Ricca. Ricca we saw play in game number 1. Will take over for the center fielder, McDaniel.
Wearing number 11 from Campbell University, A.J. Ricca.
So Ricca will step in. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Charlie Sheehan. And this pitch is going to be slowed inside, so it's now a righty-lefty matchup for A.J. Ricca. Ricca in the first game, bat in the number 2 spot, did pick up a hit, also struck out twice, grounded out. Here's the 1-0. He singles it back up the middle, and that's going to score 1 run. As they're going to hold the runner at third, so it'll be an RBI single on a pinch hit for A.J. Ricca. And it is now 7-2, and the base is still loaded here in the top of the 6th. So that will score Weimer from third as the runners will move up. So back to the top of the order, Brett Young will step in. So another righty-righty matchup. Sheehan will get the signs from his catcher, Sharon. There's the offering, and that one will miss for a ball. As Sheehan wanted the call. So the count 1-0. The pitch is swung on and missed. Nice biting action in that one to the inner half of the plate. The inning started out with a walk, and that runner, Weimer, the scores, that'll be charged to the starter, Chris Kernan. So his book is closed. He gives up 2 runs in his start tonight. Here's the 1-1. That's in the dirt, and Sharon able to keep it in front of him. The runner at third, and Master was the first single and batter to face Charlie Sheehan. Runners lead from all 3 bases. Sheehan sets on the mound and delivers the 2-1. Strike 2 called. Not happy with that one was Young. He is singled, flat out to right, walked, and scored a run in this game. Scored the first run of the game for the Swamp Dogs all the way back in the top of the first, down the air by by Brooks at third. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Sheehan. It's a chopper up the middle again, and that one will get through. Now they're going to send both runs around. Here comes the throw home to the runner. No, it skips away from Sharon. And now this one's going to go into the dugout. And so now they're going to say that the runners will get to move up. And they're going to say the runner from third will get to score. So that's going to be a bases clearing hit there. And so 3 runs are going to score. So that will make it a 7-5 game. As scoring from third was Monastra. And then Franson, he comes around to score. And then Ricca, he was able to score as the throw went into the Tobs dugout. And now down at second is Young, so it was a single for him. And then he got to go down to second after the throw went into the dugout as it ricocheted off of Sharon. So now a 4-run inning has cut a 7-1 lead for the Tobs to 7-5. And this pitch here going to miss off the outer half. So the count now 2-0 to the batter, Matt Kelly. So 2 outs here in the inning. A 4-run top of the 6th thus far. Runner still out at second. Sheehan delivers. That one's outside, and the count is now 3-0. First base is open, and Sheehan one pitch away from potentially putting another runner on with Logan Jarvis in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-0. Taking all the way was the batter, Matt Kelly. So now the count 3-1. So 3 runs that have scored. And after that first run scored, these have been charged to Charlie Sheehan. Here's the 3-1. That one swung on, skied in the air. Fayetteville is under it, but he was called off by J.T. Stone, and Stone will make the catch. So that will be the 3rd out. But the Swamp Dogs plate 4 in the top of the 6th as we go to the bottom half, and it's now a 7-5 lead for the Tobs as we'll step aside as you are watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the bottom of the 6th inning. And stepping in to lead things out will be Caleb Dean. So the new pitcher on the mound for the Swamp Dogs will be number 29, as it'll be Josh Avila, a junior from Cumberland's out of California. Heading the count here 0-1. So he'll be the 3rd pitcher of the night. And a strike going to be called here. So the count quickly 0-2 to the batter, Caleb Dean. Dean has walked and struck out twice. He walked in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd and 4th. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's over into the left-handed batter's box. As he takes over for DJ Moore, who had given up the run on the RBI single to Doyle. Here's the 1-2 now, and that one taken high. Starting to swing at it was Dean. Here's the 2-2 now, and that one is low and away. The catcher Manestra couldn't corral it. Catcher will go through the signs here. Here's the 3-2, and that one fouled back and right on it was Caleb Dean. So that's something positive to keep here. Had a good read on that fastball. It's the 4, 5, and 6 batters, Dean, Coleman, and Freeman. Here for the Tobs in the bottom of the 6th, now leading 7-5 after a 4 spot for the Swamp Dogs. 3-2 pitch is tipped into the glove of the catcher, Mestra, so that'll be the first out of the inning. Third time tonight that Dean has struck out. So that will bring up the designated hitter, Hunter Coleman. He has 2 RBIs tonight, has been on base twice, walked, scored in the 3rd, had an RBI single in the 4th, and then had a sac RBI in the 1st. Here's the pitch, which he takes for a strike on the outer half. Carson Freeman in the on-deck circle. Tobs trying to snap a 5-game losing streak after dropping game number 1 of the doubleheader. Pitch here going to miss off the outer half. Tobs scored 2 in the bottom of the 1st, 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. But the 4 spot for the Swamp Dogs and the top of the 6th put them right back in it, fueled by the 2 RBI single for Brett Young, and then the 3rd run that would score is the throw from center field. Brenton Doyle had kicked away from the catcher Sharon and went into the Tobs dugout on the third base side. So we'll see if the Tobs do go to Acosta for the top of the 7th. But first we'll see what they can do here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 pitch on its way to Coleman. And he takes that one low as the count will even it up. Looking here. Shows the signs, the 2-2, and that one swung out and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts for Avila, and there are 2 away. As that will bring up Carson Freeman. So to bring up a left-handed batter in Freeman. After Dean and Coleman from the right side of the plate. See if Freeman can change things up, get something going here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one going to miss outside. Freeman on the night. An RBI single in the 1st. Also hit by a pitch. Scored a run in the 3rd. Hit a fly ball to right in the 4th. Here's the 1-0, and that one was waved at by Freeman. He couldn't hold up on it. So the count even at a ball on 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Avila getting set to deliver, and that one up at the eyes of Freeman. Jacob Sharon, the catcher, in the next circle for Wilson. 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Swamp Dogs. 7 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Tobs. There's the 2-1 from Avila. And that'll miss outside. And the count now 3-1. See if Freeman here can work away on base. To bring up Sharon. Avila sets and delivers. And that one fouled back into the netting. So Freeman saw one that he thought he could do something with. The count now full, 3-2. So the count full here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mastro will go through the signs. The payoff pitch is high, ball 4. And Carson Freeman will reach here with 2 outs. As he will be on base for the 3rd time in this game. Freeman was on base twice in the 1st game. So that'll bring up Jacob Sharon, who has struck out, lined out, reached on an error in this one. So he'll get set in the right-handed batter's box. As it looks like Freeman was having a little bit of trouble getting that hand guard on that he uses while trying to slide in the bases, help protecting from any fingers or wrist getting jammed. Avila sets on the mound, takes a look over the shoulder. The pitch, that one's fouled back by Sharon. Quickly popping the mask off was Vanastra there. So the count now 0-1. York here at the bottom of the 6th inning, game number 2 of a doubleheader. Tobs dropped the first, trying to see if they can pick up a doubleheader split, leading 7-5. Sharon behind the count 0-1. Awaits the pitch, and that one is swung on, but fouled on the third base line. So the count here will be 0-2. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tobs do have a 2-out base runner. Is the pitcher Avila trying to get the signs from his catcher. Here's the 0-2, and that one is swung on and missed. And so Avila will strike out 3. Pieced around the walk to Freeman. And that will send us to the top of the 7th. And so the Tobs going to look to try to close things out here in the top of the 7th and see if they can pick up a split of our doubleheader here this evening. As there will be a new pitcher making his way in from left field, and it looks like it'll be Luis Acosta. So Acosta will look to try to see if he can help preserve this 2-run cushion here for the Tobs, as he will take over for Charlie Sheehan. So Acosta, give you a look at his numbers out of Texas Rio Grande Valley. Acosta, a .87 ERA, but that will be hopefully changing here, as he should have not given up any earned runs, so his ERA should be 0, but a 1-1 record. This will be his 9th appearance. He has 2 saves on the year, has worked 10 in the 3rd innings, allowed 3 runs on 4 hits, struck out 14 and walked 2. He will be the 3rd pitcher of the game. So we get set here in the top of the 7th inning. A 7-5 lead for the Wilson Tobs. Luis Acosta out there on the mound, as he will face the leadoff batter, as it is going to be number 28, Logan Jarvis. Jarvis batting number 3 spot. Has an RBI single that came back in the first. Has also struck out and flying out to right. The count even here to ball and a strike. Here's the offering from Acosta, and that one will break in there for a called strike. Good job there by Sharon to frame that one. And started on the inside of the plate, had to switch quickly back there to the middle. He's ahead in the count, ball and 2 strikes. Here's the offering, and that one is swung on, fouled out of play over on the third base side. So the count holds here. Had a ball and 2 strikes. So the count is a ball and 2 strikes. The offering is outside for ball 2. The count leaving up. And the pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. So the pitch falls off the edge of the table. Jarvis can't hold up. And that'll be an Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout to get us going here in the top of the 7th inning. And so that will bring up the left fielder as it'll be Joey Weimer. Weimer has walked twice tonight, has scored a run, has also popped up to first in foul territory. Here's the offering from Acosta. That one in there for a called strike. So for Acosta, strikeout number 15. They set up outside the pitch. That one swung out and missed. And a violent swing there from Weimer. He's going to take an extra second here. So the count 0-2. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Tobs leads 7-5. Acosta sets, delivers, swung out of his strike 3. And applying the tag for good measure, there was Sharon, and there is 2 away. And so that will bring up the catcher as it'll be Nate Monastra. So he'll step in. Monastra on the night has singled, struck out, grounded out. First pitch is up at his ear. And so the count will be 1-0. So now Monastra will work his way back in. Acosta ready to go. Sharon the signs. The pitch. That one swung on and missed. The high fastball. So the count evens up here at 1-1. Sharon going through a couple signs here. The 1-1 delivered, and that one is in there for a called strike 2. So the Tobs with 9 strikeouts as a pitching staff in the game. Acosta ahead in the count 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch, and it is fouled off, and that'll be out of the ballpark first base side. Tobs win tonight in the second game. Would snap a 5-game losing streak after they dropped the first game of this doubleheader. So the count, a ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Acosta delivers. Swung out and missed, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Tobs win. So the Tobs snap their 5-game losing streak, and they get back in the win column as Acosta will pick up his 3rd save of the season as he strikes out the side. And the Tobs finish the night with 10 strikeouts. As Acosta strikes out Jarvis, Weimer, and Monastra. And so they will split the doubleheader. So the Tobs back to 500 at 10-10. And for the Swamp Dogs, they will fall to 9-11. Here after dropping this second game of the doubleheader.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farm.